Now, a couple minutes ago, I made a video where I talked about Hillary Clinton's VP choice, Tim Kaine, Senator Tim Kaine. Now, who is Donald Trump's choice for VP, Vice President? Governor Mike Pence. Now, what's up with this guy? What's he all about? Now, Donald Trump has been advertised or whatever to be this anti-establishment Republican, which is pretty rare. Most of the anti-establishment people tend to be on the Democratic side, although there are lots of establishment candidates, don't get me wrong, Hillary Clinton. But for the most part, he's been anti-establishment on the Republican side. His VP, Mike Pence, is more or less part of the establishment. Maybe not as bad as Jeb Bush, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, Chris Christie, but for the most part, pretty establishment based. And he is very, very far right. Like, don't get me wrong, he's an evangelical Christian. Like, he's a Christian extremist. He's all about, anti-abortion, anti-gay rights, all that stuff. He's pro-corporations, all that stuff, Second Amendment. So he's a pretty hardcore rightist person, which is pretty interesting because, my hair's screwed up, I know. Oh, God. A lot of people speculated that Donald Trump was going to pick maybe Ben Carson or Chris Christie. I mean, people thought that Chris Christie dropped out to be Donald Trump's VP. I know Ben Carson accidentally slipped and said that he dropped out to get a position in Donald Trump's cabinet or maybe in some job or fashion in his government. So Mike Pence is pretty interesting. He's pretty pro-establishment. I don't think Donald Trump actually mentioned him until way after he was the Republican nominee. So pretty interesting. I'm not a fan of Mike Pence. Like, don't get me wrong. He's pro-establishment. He's a hardcore evangelical Christian. Not my kind of guy. And it's pretty interesting to have a anti-establishment based president with a vice president that's pro-establishment and is much more of a Christian than Donald Trump. Donald Trump seems like he fakes his Christian faith, and Mike Pence is legit. Like, pretty interesting stuff. And one thing that I think is really, really frightening is that the vice president actually has a lot of power in the government. Now, there was actually a interview where Mike Pence was asked, what kind of vice president would you model yourself after? To which Mike Pence replied, get this, Dick Cheney. George W. Bush's VP, Dick Cheney. You know, the guy who was basically the puppet master for Bush, heavy interventionist, Iraq War, all that stuff. The oil companies, Halliburton, crazy guy. Now, he did say he liked Dick Cheney, I believe, because, he was a kind of a get-it-done kind of guy, which is true. I mean, Dick Cheney did a lot of horrible things, but at least he got those horrible things done fast and well, I guess. So, at least he didn't say, well, I want to be like Dick Cheney because I want to be pro-intervention, foreign policy failures, blunders, all that stuff, Middle East. At least he did because of the get-it-done thing, so there's that. This has been Riley from Wookie Cookie, and I'll catch you guys next time. Let's try to fix my hair before we end this. Come on. Nice. Good enough. This has been Riley from Wookie Cookie, and I'll catch you guys next time.